I'm Matt.
I'm Shane.
And if you like what you hear, make sure you hit that thumbs up button real hard, and make sure you subscribe to Comic Movie Marks.
And also click that little bell for all of the notifications.
Whee!
Always remember,
if Trailer Trash can do it,
anyone can do it.
Fishy, fishy, dun 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 dun. Okay. Hello and welcome everyone to another Comic Movie Marks video.
Today we are talking about all the latest DC stuff that came out. We have the Shazam pictures, we have the Aquaman pictures, and some Shazam leaked footage as well. So a lot of stuff that's been coming out. Exciting stuff.
Just before Comic-Con, we're getting a flood of different things. We got an official poster for Aquaman. We got tons of Aquaman exclusive photos. Some things for Shazam. It's pretty fucking awesome right now. Everything is moving along. It's trucking along. First off, I just want to start with comicbook.com came out with their little article saying they contacted one of Zack Snyder's representatives, and they said he has no plans to be at San Diego Comic-Con. Because if he was going to go, that's how he would like to be announced.
Yeah, exactly. Through comicbook.com.
Yes. Yeah, and his representative is going to be like, yeah, he's going. What, you didn't hear? Fuck it. But I just do want to point something out. Craig at Darth Maul 13 on our Twitter sent us a comment on our recent video, and he basically said someone, in quotations, said they contacted Zack's manager or whatever and confirmed Zack will not be at San Diego Comic-Con. He said, I think at this point, it's like Naked Gun math.
Doctors say he's got a 50-50 chance of living, though there's only a 10% chance of that.
And I just thought that was fucking hilarious. So I think that pretty much just sums up the Zack Snyder issue in general, really. Let's get into some Aquaman shit. First, we got something that we meant to talk about previously before, but we didn't have a chance. This gives us a perfect opportunity. The Fisherman King picture. Holy shit, someone loves gold.
Yeah, man, it looks awesome. I can't believe people are bitching about it, but I mean, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised because people bitch about everything. But to me, it looks fantastic. This came from Entertainment Magazine, I believe, or whatever, their website. Initially,
yeah,
it was
Entertainment
like
Weekly. It's a first look exclusive.
Yeah, and to me, I'm like, holy shit! What a way to just kind of show how the feel of the movie's gonna be, and spot on.
James Wan's answer to how these guys look, because to me, I initially actually had the instinct of like, is this makeup? Is this CG? Is this makeup touched up with CG? Like, I was actually like, this looks way too fucking good to almost be either one. Like, it just looked fantastic. And James Wan answered somebody on Twitter saying, of course it is practical makeup FX on top of half of the actors, sculpted by at Fractured FX, digital work on the bottom half, the environment by ILM, best of both worlds, just like Arthur. Just basically talking about it's just a mix, and he's really got it down. Man, does he got it down. I think it looks fantastic. Both of them, the Fisherman Queen, everybody just looks... I could not stop looking at these because these just looked fantastic. I thought the designs were great, and we're just going to get some fishmen. Holy shit.
The thing that I've enjoyed about DC up to this point is I feel like they've done a pretty solid job, minus Justice League, of incorporating realistic sets as much as they can, realistic set costumes and everything like that with CGI, and they blend it together so well that, you know, if they're using cities or some of it's green screen, obviously they have to do a decent amount in front of green screen, but even like Batman's armored suit in BVS is a good example. That could have been all CGI, like some other armor suits we've seen, and instead it's pretty much a practical suit. And then they add a little bit to it. I know Zod's suits and his group was all CGI, but for the most part, I love what James Wan said about this. That, you know, it's a best of both worlds. Really blended everything together, and this picture looks fantastic.
So now we got the Aquaman first official poster, looking pretty badass. I love this poster. I just think it sums up Aquaman pretty fucking well, to be honest. He's a badass, and he's a fucking king of the sea. You can't get much better than this. And I just think it looks great. I love this direction. I love where this is all going right now.
My favorite part about both of these is kind of like the colors that they've incorporated into it.
Yes,
like
should have brought that up. Yeah,
it still feels in the one with the Fisherman King. It feels it's got some grittiness to it, but also in that picture in particular, it feels like royalty. It feels, there's some shininess to it, and then in the recent one with Aquaman, where it says, home is calling, and it's got like the sharks and the orcas and everything, and it shows him, and it just looks like dark and deep and like badass, like it as it should.
So now James Wan, he's doing what I have always felt that directors should do, especially DC directors. I always felt like DC and Warner Brothers let a lot of people run away with shit on social media and never got called out for any of the bullshit that they ever said. And I feel like James Wan is definitely a guy that's not going to let bullshit linger too long. And he's been on Twitter. He's just like Jay Oliva, just nailing people down for dumb things that they're saying. And I think the accountability factor and just being called out for your stupidity or your ignorance to the situation is just, or your just biased nature in general, it should be called out. And I like what he's doing so far. And Sandberg has done some of the same stuff as well. So hopefully this actually keeps a trend to keep this stuff down. This guy named Sean tweeted out, "I still don't get why he's wearing leather pants underwater."
Remember, there are no stupid questions, just stupid people.
Jesus Christ, dude. James Wan answers, "Because he's Jason fucking Momoa." You want him wearing swimming trunks? Or pantsless? He's already half naked, for goodness sake. Fucking A. Like, what the fuck do you want him to wear? Huh? What do you want him to wear? Does he always got to be in the armor? No, he's he's the best of both worlds. He doesn't always have to be in Aquaman armor.
Well, one of my favorite ones was from Four Eyes on Film. They put, "I like this poster, I do, but couldn't they make Aquaman look a little more, I don't know, wet? He doesn't look like he's underwater to me, at Creepy Puppet."
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
And Creepy Puppet is James Wan's Twitter and Instagram handle, if anyone's curious. James Wan replies, "Do you know that when you're underwater, you don't actually look wet? The water isn't beating off your skin, giving you the typical glossy, wet look you're familiar with. Check it out next time you're in a pool." And then in parentheses, he puts, "And that concludes my amateur science lesson for the day."
Holy shit.
It's like, you fucking kidding me? He doesn't look very wet in the poster. All right, cool. Cool story, bro.
And then back when the Fisherman King pictures came out, more stupidity as well. And I think this pretty much answers, or any issue people have with the Fisherman King look in general, because I know there was a lot of people out there, some bigger YouTubers that were saying some dumb shit about this. But this one Twitter page, birth.movies.death, I don't know, whatever. "We don't want to tell the Fisherman King his business, but isn't it super difficult swimming in a full suit of armor?"
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
And James Wan answers, "Spoken like a true surface dweller." Hey, thank you. Thank
so perfect.
Because I know there was another YouTuber out there, I can't remember her name at this point. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments. But she was just saying how it's impractical the way they look. Like, if some people could stay human or be fish, like, what's the evolutionary advantage or something? It was just so stupid. It was just like, oh, yeah, because everybody needs to look the same, right? Like, I just thought it was just so stupid. That's just like saying everybody should look alike just because it might be an evolutionary advantage. It was just stupid. I just thought it was really dumb. And again, I think his answer, "spoken like a true surface dweller," pretty much applies to all that. So get him, James. Get him. You and Jay Oliva, fucking tag team, man. All right, now let's pop over to Shazam. Nope, still nothing happens. So then we have that first exclusive look at Shazam, Captain Marvel himself, and Freddy Freedom. Dude, coming out of a, I don't know, fucking 7-Eleven. Who knows what they're coming out of? I know the DCEU loves their 7-Eleven, so maybe it's the freshly repaired one. Anyway.
I was surprised to see they're just drinking generic cola.
Exactly what I was going to say.
the product placement in DC films is usually pretty spot on, and they're like, nope, here it is, just regular cola.
Generic ass. It doesn't even say RC. We can't. It's not even like fake cola, like Dr. Thunder.
Right. Oh, yeah, Dr. Thunder. There we go.
Yeah, some shit like that. Actually, I was kind of surprised. It should be beer, you know? Isn't that what a kid would want to do if he was old enough? You know, if he looked old enough? He'd buy a case of beer,
that's
right?
a good point. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's big. But.
And then all of a sudden, Shazam gets arrested for distributing to a minor because he has his friend there with him.
I really wish we were good enough at Photoshop where we could take that picture of Superman in handcuffs getting walked down the hallway. Shazam.
Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
We got that picture, which again looks good. It's kind of, it really tells you what the spirit of this movie is going to be for the most part. It's definitely going to be lighthearted, probably one of the more lighthearted movies in the DCEU, whatever the hell you want to call it at this point. I've given up on trying to call it a DCU. I just think it's looking great. I think the costume, by the way, I still see people bitching about the costume. I mean, that first look we got, yeah, I kind of got it. Like, it didn't look great from behind. Low resolution, poor lighting, and all that stuff. It didn't look that great. We said it didn't look that great then. But then as soon as we got some full frontals, if you know what I mean, and now that I see an actual official look at him, it looks great. You can actually see the detail when it's in high definition like it's supposed to be. Yeah. The Thunderbolt looks great that it lights up. I mean, the gauntlets look so much better. They don't look like plastic in these official looks. They actually look like metal. In those set pics, yeah, they're going to be kind of plasticky because they're going to touch them up later on. People are still talking about the foam padding, the muscle suit. I kind of say maybe a little bit on the shoulders and the pectorals just to make a formation. Like, it's not like full padding. It's just enough to it's creases in the suit to make a form-fitting suit, to make it look proportional. That's what I've said from the start. That's all it really is, but people want to say it's a full-on padded suit, so whatever. All suits have padding.
What I'm curious of is they actually have made some minor adjustments to the belts, the gauntlets, and the boots.
Yeah, I noticed the boots.
Since some of the other leaked photos that came out. So I'm wondering if those were maybe those kind of CGI or something, or reshoot those, and they were just trying to get most of the stuff thrown out there. Maybe some of the suits that we saw early on weren't actually fully complete, and now we're getting the fully complete suit. I'm not really sure. I just thought it was the boots was the biggest call out. Yeah, it's interesting.
And Zachary Levi, by the way, this next picture we have where Freddie Freedom is touching his chest, and you just see his hair, you see his look. Like, I just don't know what people can bitch about at this point. He looks fantastic. He looks like Shazam. Like, the slick black hair, just the jawline, the look, his perfect smile, his wonderful eyes.
Softest lips, sweetest Adam's apple.
Yeah. So
anyway,
his nice bulge.
Yeah, I was about to say his medium bulge.
Medium, damn. Got some expectations there.
Well, I expect when someone grows that big, when they yell Shazam, other things should match. All right.
Yeah, it should be proportional. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I love how it's lighting up, and we knew that was going to be the case with the lightning bolt. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm stoked for this. He's carrying a backpack, and he still looks like a child. You know, like you said, like in Big. You can tell from these pictures he's playing it like he's a child, grown man's body, and I think that's fantastic. I'm okay with the tonal change. I don't like it in every movie, but that's how it needs to be in Shazam. It needs to be more lighthearted, entertaining. It's a fucking kid a child in a man's body who now has superpowers, and he looks up to Superman, and that's who he wants to be. So to me, it's badass.
Hell yeah. Hope he breaks his neck. Anyway, next we have a couple little leak promos. Nothing much to say about this, really, because we don't know what the fuck they're saying. If you know the language and you can translate, let us know. But for this point, to me, it just sounds like gobbledygook. I have no fucking clue what's going on. The audio isn't very good, but it is kind of interesting. I don't understand why these would be leaked in a different language. I guess if they're setting it up for release on a certain date after Comic-Con for this particular area to be in that language, and somehow those got released random, just the most random leaks I think I've ever seen.
It's kind of funny that most of the stuff in the leaked footage that we see is what has been set leaks too. Yeah, you know, like the bus scene. We've obviously seen the picture of them coming out of the store, and that's one of the clips.
Yeah, that's true.
The part where maybe I don't know. I think that these are for the most part legit, but it's kind of funny.
They got an interview with Sandberg in it, and so
the only scene, or there's a couple clips that are a little bit different, but one of them there's like a big kind of callback, almost. You know, he's jumping on the piano, and then there's him.
Style.
Oh yeah, and
big, but I like Homer Simpson's version.
And then there's the other part where it looks like he's maybe first transforming, and there's like a brief snippet of that. But for the most part, we're not getting a whole lot that we really haven't seen. It's all been the stuff from the set leaks, and you know, and then the official stuff that's come out. So kind of interesting. And like you said, there's they're interviewing. So I feel like this is gonna be for something, and someone just leaked it out.
It's cool shit, though. It's cool shit. San Diego Comic-Con's just around the corner. We're going to see a lot of cool shit, get a lot of awesome DC news. I'm really getting stoked for Aquaman now. These pictures, the first poster, and the way James Wan's just talking about it, I feel like he just knows what the fuck he's doing right now. And he's on it. He's on it, and I think Aquaman's going to be, it's going to be truly something cool to watch. So I can't wait for Aquaman. Hopefully it gets here. Hopefully they bump it up to like November or something. I don't know. Okay.
That'd be nice.
In case I don't see you.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. You're one of very few to make it to the end.
Yes, thank you very much.
Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Comic Movie Marks Podcast and hit the notification bell. You know, all these fucking YouTube channels say this shit, so I'm going to say it now.
Yes, it's perfect. And if you want to hear our full podcast, you can check out our podcast on iTunes or any other podcast subscription service.
Make sure you subscribe. Thanks again.